Okay, so we're just back for just a short little, I guess we'll call it victory lap. Chat mentioned victory lap before. Now we're in victory lap territory. We just beat challenge mode for the first time. I'm willing to do a couple episode 4 runs into maybe a TTF. It is rare enemy week. I figure yellow ID just kind of makes sense. We get an enhanced chance of Cannon Rouge from Dwarf on Eclair. We get an enhanced chance of Girasol from Pazuzu. You have an enhanced chance of Daylight Scar. Parameter needs rest for the day, no worries. I'm not sure if Chris wanted to take in Parameter's place, but I'm willing to play as long as the people are there. We'll give HellCleave a couple minutes. Oh, look at that, I have like 5 PDs to put back. Yeah, we paid HellCleave at the end of challenge mode. We did the quick little exchange, but even then, we're gonna be back up to 99, like 2 character swaps. So I figure I'd give everybody a chance. And then as always, we'll finish with PTF, which funny enough, Rare Enemy Week is really good for duping those slimes on Red ID, so I'm like, I'm kind of okay with that. There's some value to be had there. Well, the music got very dramatic at the end. The trades are very intense, that's all I've learned. Yeah, we'll do Grafoi plus Magical Piece. So people want to do, let's say like 2 runs of this into TTF. I think that'll be it. It's going to be very, very short, I'll put it that way. Unless we take a while completing those quests. Then it is what it is. I'm going to do set pass. Make sure I said king, because I don't remember what I said it was. No worries, Chris. There is a slot for you, and I'm only planning to play for about an hour anyway. That works out. We'll get your challenge mode weapon Saturday. Dango is here. I brought a force, so if I need to, I will solo that boss. HellCleave will be here in a couple minutes. Chris will log in and be good. Gonna fall over. Oh yeah, what were those lyrics we were hitting on the other thing? I'm gonna close the Dominions theme and go back to this one. I'm gonna go backwards slightly. Is it just all lyrics at the end? Just curious. Well, that theme sounds kind of nice. Back it up slightly. Let's finish off that other soundtrack. That soundtrack we're listening to was 7th Dragon 3 Code BFD. What a title. So I'm gonna unlock the things to put specials on weapons. I am so sorry, Dango. I'm gonna let you know it was boring. If you want to see it, we did it, as I said before, I think it was just me and HellCleave. Because we realized we needed it at some point. We needed to do East and West Tower. We did it on normal difficulty, and then it was like, yeah, I see why people don't play these quests. Be real with you. So yeah, we'll give Chris a moment, and then HellCleave will probably be not too far behind. And then the thing for the shields, we have to do Clear Steel 5. Oh yeah. Oh, do I need to help you guys through East and West Tower? Those quests are so boring. Sorry, chat. HellCleave will need another minute, which is fine. It's all good, the unlockable power in future runs. Yeah, just normal mode. I mean, it only took like a half hour to do, I think. Yeah. It's just beating it on normal. We're not doing ultimate at least. This is the Reaper's power. I don't think we were that masochistic when we played. Yeah, HellCleave helped me do mine because I realized I didn't do them at all. Like, ever. I was like, I maybe did East Tower once when it was an RBR equivalency. But I never did both of them on one character. Damn, HellCleave bringing in the level 200. Serious business for episode 4. HellCleave has had enough. Oh, we had a full group for it. Chris should be here soon. Also, I'll drop off at the Discord. Doesn't need to be there anymore. After seeing challenge mode, I can say we're not that bad. Oh no, we freed HellCleave's character up. There we go, now we're all good. Yeah, so I'm gonna focus on the Gavoe stacks. Maybe I'll debuff every now and then. Once I hit 1100 health, I'm gonna replace the Heavenly HP with something. Maybe a Centurion, just for defense. Because honestly, my defense is quite atrocious. Oh, that's right. Nobody on stream saw it, but we were very bored doing casual plays before the challenge mode. We were using all the word banks. I think at one point we had like 70 or 80 dialogue boxes in one quest. We just kept going back and forth. We're just like, we just do dumb things like this. But it's just all this nonsense constantly. Do it for HellCleave. Might as well just populate it like we were doing earlier. So it was pretty much, we're trying to optimize between every wave, just spamming as many word selects as possible. Then if we managed to get it to pop up during a boss fight, we did it. HellCleave a little more. Many do need. I know. I love the create your own conversations. These are so silly. But anyway, chat, if you have other questions for PSO, we had some new people coming in. By all means, you can ask them. Challenge mode, I needed to focus a little more because I was trying to coordinate the maps, and I do feel bad. I don't like to alienate the chat, but honestly, it was like trying to understand those symbols. Like, what did they want us to do? I do like that they had 2 notes and only put text for one of the notes. I'd just like to state that that was the thing that happened during our run. That was interesting. Okay. Let's go ahead and do maximum attacky. Come on, Dorfana Claire. Wait, oh, no, it's still XP week. Wait a minute. Oh, maybe challenge mode cleared it. Whatever, it's fine. We'll still do a couple of these. It doesn't matter either way. It's good XP. Sorry, when we're playing challenge mode, it's at 100, 100, 100. But I guess it's because it doesn't get the boost. I guess that makes sense. My PB gauge full? Not at all. HellCleave going in, Magless. Patrol Israel. Oh, see, if I didn't say anything, would you have believed? I was gonna say, would you have just thought it was rare enemy week? Just like, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Oh, I'm still getting bopped. Leave me alone. I was gonna say, we sure it's not rare enemy? Exactly. I'm gonna debuff them and go back to Gavoe stacking. Leave me alone. Get him off me. Heavenly Luck? Well, that's not a bad one. I mean, I might as well just go pick it up. I'm glad we went back to the soundtrack, because there are just too many lyrics when we're doing challenge mode. I'm like, listen, I am not having my audio overwritten. I'm not talking all the time, but I'm talking enough that it would be annoying if it got lost. HellCleave's like TP. I was gonna say, I wasn't even sure if I had Ryuker. I actually had to check. Unironically, I'm like, I don't know if I've ever used his Ryuker, to be honest with you. I just complete the quest. There is no escape. He only goes in one direction. Ooh, music shift. Very dramatic satellite lizards. I'm not gonna lie, it'd be very funny if we saw Dorfun Claire as the first Dorfun. It's probably not gonna happen, but I would love it. It really would be funny, Rare Enemy Week. Oh well, no funny Rare Enemy Week moment. In air quotes. I am really liking the soundtracks for this game series so far. I've never played any of them. Thank you, Parameter, for the good luck. Thank you for joining us in challenge mode, and hopefully you get some rest. This one is 7th Dragon. I was making fun of the soundtrack being very long on the other one, but it was actually good. Yeah, we're listening to more 7th Dragon at the moment. It's 7th Moon, yeah, pretty much. Infinite 7th Moon. That's paralysis, GG. To say, HellCleave's no longer messing around. I mean, he kind of is with his gear, but he's bringing all the stats. Like, listen, you get paralysis, you're gonna get frozen. You're gonna get die-fluided as you run. It's all over. Oh, we're doing TTF first anyways. No. I said TTF at the end. We'll do 2 of these into a TTF. Should be good XP. See, this force is pretty much strong enough to solo carry. If he gets 2 more levels, he'll be at the perfect level for me. Where he is max MST with Magical Piece, which is all that matters. Because as optimal as he's gonna get there. Anything else is just bonus. I seriously get hit by the zoo. That's so sad. As well as Grand Swans. Would like to get a Daylight Star with hit, but we'll see what happens. These enemies go back to Kapoe spamming. Nice level up. 1 more, and I think I'm at max damage. I get a little courtesy defense so I don't get knocked over as much. Bazoo. Ouch. Oh, that's splatted. Can't take those. I'll have to go to my character banks to get all my grinders out to level up all those ES weapons. Reminder, they're gonna get like plus 200 or some nonsense on some of them. So I hope you've been saving up a lot of mono grinders. I think I have 2 stacks of 99 tries on top of all the dies and monos. So I think I'm decently prepared. Yeah, their max grind is really high. So I hope you've been collecting them. If you've been wondering why I've been trying to pick it out for like months, it was anticipation that we were gonna do challenge mode. We're gonna revive Chris. He died of shock when I told him that. Yeah, some of them, as I said before, get like plus 100, plus 200. They go really high up. Although I am kind of sad that you can get like the guilty light can be obtained there, but I don't think it's worth getting. I mean, I would be happy because it's Guilty Light. It is one of my old favorites that we never get to use. Beetles are 70. Yeah, some of them are atrocious though. I guess it really just depends on what type you get. The more common ones I think are not as terrible. But it's gonna eat it up when you get like 3 or 4 of them. You could easily go through like plus 200, 400. I think some of like the launchers or cannon weapons go into the plus 150, 200 range. But hopefully the other ones aren't too bad. Guess it really just depends on what chat attained. Like I imagine Kunai, for example, would be under 100. But no promises on shotgun in particular. Be interesting when we get there. Because it's got to equal the equivalency of a charge arm, more or less. I've been stomped. Damn, music's going off. Like I've had enough of these non-dwarf Eclairs. Except Chris. We'll get a little more out of XP week then. Like technically we could do new mop-up Operation 4, but I'm feeling a little burnout on that quest. Maybe in a couple days I'll do it again. But for now I'm like, nah. We don't need to do that. I don't even know what chat I was replying to there. There we go. Stack some Gafoe here. Ooh. I can't believe I almost died with Gel inactive. That's kind of insane. Shows how bad my defense is. Yeah, speaking of which, I got half health. Holy. Go back to Gafoe stacking. Leave me alone. I'm gonna take a step forward so the Pyrogorons don't hit me, and more waves will hit the Pyrogorons in return. I think that's a good call. Gives team a lot of time to hit them. Team apparently did not hit them before they hit me. I'm so sad. I was like, no. I was so far from them. Their targeting on me is unreal. Leave me alone. Oh, just getting rewarded today. Game is like, thank you for playing. Here's your photon drop. But fortunately, even if they hit me here, there should be so much Gafoe out that it should just be GG. Walk forward, hit the Rappies, do a decent stack on them. Switch the music because we ran out of songs. Get almost half health by Rappy. Rappy too strong, please nerf. I'm gonna put a couple more spells out, then I'm gonna put a soundtrack out. One more here, so don't die. There we go. Oh yeah, I'm expecting to go through at least probably 450 grinders worth. I'm imagining I'm getting at least 6 challenge mode weapons. Maybe not all in one sitting, but I'm gonna get at least 3 by the weekend. Because think about it this way: Saturday will be the second one. Third one we should be able to, in theory, complete. And if episode 2 isn't like hot trash garbage, I don't mind doing a second episode 2 one for evening streams. Otherwise, we'll figure out what I'm gonna do. I was kind of surprised we honestly finished it in one go, so thank you everybody for participating. We took like a small break in between, but we did it in one day, versus splitting it up in like 2-3 days. So, unfortunately I don't think I have enough components for 2 God Shield combinations. I should have enough for 1. I think I just don't play enough Phantasmal World. So I guess in the future I could do more Phantasmal World just to unlock it. Oh, I got rewarded for playing. Thank you, PDs. We're recovering from the HellCleave trade already. I can tell when chat hits them with demons or some nonsense, because I just see their health just absolutely disappear. Ooh, I'm getting hard bullied. Leave me alone. Damn, they stopped me from Gopoi stacking. How rude. Yeah, Chris's character already 127 and rising. Dango 124. No longer 123. Oh, and they knocked me over. Leave me alone. Oh, I got healed by Ramar. Nice. I don't need to rest it down. Oh, need one more shot, then you don't need them anymore? Uh-oh. Sounds like we have a goal for HellCleave. HellCleave needs to do one more challenge mode. Yeah, honestly, that was not that bad. Again, we've played for like longer on stream and gotten nothing. So like that's how I'm gonna flip it. We've played for 5-hour streams and gotten nothing. I mean, I could buy it, but you could save PDs, hopefully. Save the PDs for the Dream LNK. Oh, I don't have Magical Piece. Oops. Or not Magical Piece. I don't have Light Divine. HellCleave says that, then I'm gonna see him say he doesn't have enough for the auction. You wait for it. Those words will haunt him. It'll be like if I only had one more Photon Horde, and then he looks at the challenge mode weapons he bought. All over. Guys, real quick. Now back to stacking. I don't really do trading. I mostly just give stuff away. I'll buy stuff from HellCleave. But again, you will rarely see my name in the forum. It better be higher than a 60, exactly. Let's still see if we can get HellCleave some items. Yeah, I don't feel like doing random attack. We'll save random attack for maybe Saturday. Oof. See, there you go. Need potentially 1,000 plus PDs. I could give away my Photon Spheres and my Hordes, and maybe I'd purchase one item. Kinda crazy. Ugh. Need these guys gone. Try grinders for later. That feeling when you go to debuff, but because you're wielding a weapon, you cast it too slowly. So sad. I'm in a decent spot for the Rappies because they don't spook. All you can really ask for at the end of the day. Just don't get spooked. See that? Now the Merciless have to turn to me. Perfect. I was in a pretty good spot this time. Assuming the Power of Goron's not literally right in front of me, it's a good spot. Oh. I was in front of him. Okay, that was not a good spot. I could have moved slowly. Please stop knocking me down. Yeah, by the time we do another one of these quests, I'll be at max MST with Magical Piece, which is gonna feel so good for clears. Well, as I said before, my defense is a little lacking. But hey, that means I might be able to get away with replacing Heavenly HP for defense. But honestly, I don't really want more HP than what I have. Just want to not get crit is hard. While still being able to abuse HP thresholds. Ouch. No Daylight Scar, but hey, we're going to get over 300,000 experience, no matter what. I view this as a win for the people leveling their ults. Sadly, HellCleave already capped. Wow, I just got bodied. Found the red switch, but at a terrible price. I'm going to assume team has it, so I'm just gonna go ahead and click reward emerge. Watch Chris die during cutscene. Rip Chris. Probably got hit by a spinner while he was dying. Spinner damage is dumb. Alright, so if it does tornado, I'm gonna go hard right, otherwise I'm just gonna turn left. Wow, I made him go straight to laser. I'm gonna debuff since HellCleave is here. Normally I skip doing that. Oh, I got the perfect heal. Frame perfect. Oh, that was so good, Chad. You like that? Now that was cheese. So close. Wow, that was a fast clear. Oh, I wasn't expecting it to die that quickly. It's still at health. Oops. I did try to press Photon Blast. I was waiting for the laser to finish, but it was already dead. Rip boss. Let's see how much they level. They're at 124 and 127. It's gonna be like 50,000. Very likely they're gonna level. 80,000. There we go. Dango now 125. Slowly getting that ATP higher. Sadly, no Galatine. Oof. That was a wall of nothing for me. Eventually I need to hand in these tickets. We'll worry about that later though. So one more quest on Yellow ID, then we'll just do a TTF to finish. Each one should be about 20 minutes, give or take. But Chris only has an hour, we'll finish at like 59 minutes or something. Pretty accurate. Random monofluid, get out of here. Thanks for joining us, Dango. Hopefully you get some rest. If anybody wants to hop in for one of the 2 final quests of the night, by all means. Switch back to Gapo Emerge. HellCleave joined, and then the panic music begins. Just assuming it's us for now. I didn't see anybody in the chat say they wanted to hop in. Damn, HellCleave cats and Resta. He's living a PSO 2 life at least. Back to stacking. Oh, I got hit. Sooner or later we'll be in PSU. Maybe. I'll think about it. I don't think I want to commit to another big grind game. I don't mind trying it and playing through like story the first time, but I feel like it'll be we try it, like a Phantasy Star 0, and we go back. I think there's just been so many quality of life changes in this game. Just really hard to see myself playing other versions of this game now. Yeah. Yeah, the damage cancel fixes in particular were massive. That's trimming like entire minutes off of quests. There's just more time spent questing versus kind of going through a slog fest with enemies. That is not floor. Got there eventually. This'll beat my thing 3-star atomizers. Hopefully brought out the Baran's launcher. This time it's personal. Okay, back to Gaboe stacking. Does that mean during XP week I got somebody up to a point I wanted to be? I did play as Pinky Winky, who sadly, because we didn't have a good name for a shotgun, we didn't get a hell shot. Technically, I could have had it before XP week ended. Probably not going to happen, if I had to guess. But that's fine. If it switches into rare enemy week, it might be better for Pink ID anyway, when I don't care about levels. Yeah, it's a limitation to episode 2 with no spaces. Yeah, so it'll be like the hell, like I almost wanted to say hell no episode 2, but it's like one character too many. Yeah, the word shot's always there. Nope, way too many words. No spaces allowed either. And it's all capitals too, so you can't like... It's hard to distinguish the words unless you use very specific things. I thought about calling it no shot. That's like one of the early things I was thinking about. How very cathedral-esque of the zoo fight we're in. At least we know for Saturday, only take the bottom warps. Every other warp, total disaster. Right, chat? Just absolute, unmitigated disaster. Oh, please get this thing off me. I want to Gafoe stack, but I just got bullied. Sucks. Gafoe stack denied. Chris is so dead, by the way. How did Chris not get hit? On my screen, he absolutely just got stomped by both of them. He's living in an alternate timeline. It's JoJo all over again. He's like, ha, I simply stepped into the universe where you didn't hit me. Checkmate. Too good. Chris is undefeatable. Exactly. Aura. Something something achieved the golden spin. Something something golden ratio. You'll get there eventually. Goodbye, satellite lizards. Good luck material drop. I just forget the Buddhas count as native. For some reason I think they're like dark enemies. Especially the purple ones. Maybe not so much the normal ones. There we go. Goodbye, all these enemies. Back to Gafoe stacking we go. Chris at a 128. I think I'll level underground. Be a few rooms in, not right away. And I'll be at the perfect level for carrying people or doing my own solo run. Or I'm just at max damage. I guess the true perfect level is if I'm unarmed and also I'm at max MST. Maybe I'm still a few levels from that. That's fine. Oh, no Dwarf on Eclair. What a shame. I've been stomped. Double tri-fluid. Well, I guess I'm basically back at full now. It's kind of crazy with double adept how little TP, or how many TP items I don't need to buy back at the shop just by picking up items as I go. Rip Chris. I was gonna say, what is Chris's defense? I feel like he's dying more than me, which is crazy because my defense is trash. My health is not that far off from his, to be honest. Curious if he's using basic frame. Yeah, he's got more defense than me. I don't understand what's killing him instantly. I feel like shenanigans are happening, or he's getting double hit. Yeah, mine's only 679. Oh, you have 13? That's not even a bad armor. I guess it depends on what your shield is. Usually I just use Secret here until I can afford S parts or whatever. Where technically attribute wall is a little better. I seriously get like a 35 hit Rena. Game please. Save that for more interesting drops. Oh, using sacrifice specials. That makes sense. Okay, so I don't think I'll level in this room, but I'll be pretty close. Oh, you're just using regular God Shield, Genbu? Oh, at least we'll get you an upgrade soon. Although it might put you out of the level requirement to use. Assuming you have the other components needed to get the Suzaku. I think is what it was called. I'm assuming they're named after the God Beast. We'll see. Oh, Genbu's your only one? Ooh. Sounds like I have to do more, excuse me, Phantasmal World with you. See, I used to do a lot of Phantasmal World 2. There's my level up. So when I played a lot of solo Pink ID, I managed to luck into it with the lucky coins. And unfortunately, you can't really do those solo. Since lucky coins are... Oh, excuse me. Given to you based off the number of players, so it's not even worth doing those quests solo. It's just that when we happened to play with my Fomarl a long time ago, back when she was like level 140, we did a lot of Phantasmal World 2. That was around the time HellCleave was explaining, oh, you could get Disco Brave Man here, etc, etc. I was like, damn, I didn't even know that would ever drop. Yeah, and I picked up a few here or there when we did like Phantasmal World 4, for example, and completed it. Because it does enter RBR every now and then. Like, sometimes we'll complete it, maybe. Yeah, Phantasmal World 2 is just good XP overall. I don't know if it's the most value in a run now, but it's still probably top 5, to be honest. There's just... I think people just forget how much stupid value are in the boxes. Where it's like, you get like good barriers, you get the amps that you want, like you get Gafoi merge, for example. And then you also get Jaya for no reason. Like, what value? Just like, wait a minute. Why can you get Jaya Excalibur and the red barrier equivalencies? This doesn't seem very fair. So I think that's just kind of unfortunate. I don't think Big ID is like... It is good with box rares, but there's nothing that really buffs box rares. Yeah, oh yeah, Terrell's Paracel too. I almost forgot about that. There's just so many. Just so many there. There we go. This time I was one Gafoi faster. Last time they punished me for Gafoing. I tell when the chat's hitting the zoo, because it's like 3,000. I'm at 3,300 health. Now I'm at 30 health. I'm like, wait, where'd the other numbers go? Meanwhile, I'm out here doing 300 at a time. Doing an honest work as a force. I'm just kidding. There's nothing honest about this force. All he does is always stack. He's a monster. He's definitely criminal scum. Oh, that's not Solar. Game, please. Did you reset my dead zone again? Really? You reset my dead zone again? That's just rude. I closed it in between the streams because it was acting weird. Max punish attained. Chip him out a little bit, and then we gotta go right back to Gafoi. Ooh, the double hit. I hate when they double hit. Stop hitting me. How to slow them down. Next wave I don't need to Gafoi stack, but the one after that I do. Go for a simple freeze here. Ooh. Nasty. That was a nasty freeze. Okay, we're gonna go Gafoi stacking now. Ooh, wow. Again, I keep underestimating how fast chat can kill those. So it's like, oops. Thought I'd get at least one more cast in. My bad. Oh, these Marissas are so... 4 health! 4 health! Oh, come on. Really? need Ignition Cloak, chat. When you miss it by that little, that is a heartbreaker. I can't buff it anymore. I'm a Gafoi Merge plus Magical Piece. Unless I use Ignition Cloak. There you saw, chat. Ignition Cloak matters. It would have cost me one less Gafoi stack to kill them. If we're playing with 2 forces, that also doesn't matter. Ouch. I not only got slapped, but then I got targeted. I will definitely pick up any grinders. Oh, HellCleave almost did my favorite trap in the game. So close. Maybe he did. No, he did not. Rip. Oh, maybe he did. I guess he got it on the way back. Oh, no, it's Chris putting him down. Never mind. I was like, wait a minute. There's 2 casts. Mystery solved. Yeah, I like this room because, like, you can run in the middle of the room for those that haven't seen it before. And when that first wave spawns, if you confuse trap and then walk to the red door, like, you put the confuse trap about where I'm standing now, what'll happen is that, they'll immediately start attacking each other, and then you're in the perfect spot to freeze trap the other wave. It's really, really brutal. It's one of my favorite traps in the game. Because, like, with the way how the game targets, they'll never hit you if you're near the red door, and they just all kill themselves. It's very funny to do. I love doing it. Although, I'm not usually a hunter here, sadly. Although we have done this before on, like, red ID, green ID. Got time. Oh, and I guess for those wondering, no, we did not really get any items off stream. We got, like, a couple PDs here and there, but it wasn't, like, super exciting. Mostly just got levels for the team. That's all that really matters. That's why Chris's character is, like, 120 plus. Okay, grab these. Let's see, will we get our last chance? The Daylight Scar for the day. Nope. Well, I still don't have a good Galatine, so if I ever get one to drop from this boss, it's a 1 in 64. Not the worst odds ever. It's not great. But in theory, if it drops. I would like one, because I have a very mediocre one at best. That was a fast kill. I'm gonna believe in chat on this one. Switch to ertamperometer. Look at me go. I'm so deep in this cutscene. Look at where I'm at. Wait, did they force me backwards? I swear I was closer than where I was standing. Oh well, that's fun. Go ahead, Saint Million. Do your best. Try to tornado me. Watch what happens. This is me not caring. Come on, we'll heal here. Spinners. Ew. Hate spinners. Dead boss. Oh, I'm doing 401 a cast now. Ooh. I could just barely cancel my healing animation. How sad. Ooh, hopefully you've missed one of the sides. That's not good. France? Yeah. France is gonna save the day. Will Chris die word chatting me? Ouch. Why I try to stop at the end of it? Yeah. I mean, it's definitely helpful. Don't get me wrong. Like, you doing like 2,000 damage is like 5 casts on my Revarda. It takes you like 2 shots to do it. Very solid. Come on, give us a Galatine. Right, no Galatine from me, but maybe the chat got something. I get a Galatine shows up regardless of stats. Either way. Guess we'll move on. It was there. Oh, I was gonna say. I was thinking of you, HellCleave. I got a 60 hit Disca, but it's like a drained Disca. It's so sad. Like, could have been something. Yeah, it went into the items of shame. It didn't go on the wall of shame yet. I should probably put it on the wall of shame. I don't think it's on this character, sadly, to show off. Oh, there's the Glide Divine. He does have one. Get down. Nice. Okay, so let's do a TTF to wrap things up. Sort my inventory. I think I'm good to go. Put away to PD. Thermostat says, gone to hard mode, but TP so hard to manage to me for some reason. I mean, early on, if you don't have like an overwhelmingly over-leveled mag, it's going to cost a lot of spells, and you don't really have anything to mitigate it early on. Because Mono Fluid is super trash at healing TP, and Tri-Fluid is too expensive. You'll hit a weird part as you get closer to very hard, where you just don't get any value from those items. You don't really have an alternative yet. Most of those are ultimate only, sadly, to get rid of them. The best you can really do is hope that if you're playing on the right ID, that you get something on hard mode, like one of the scepters, for example, that boosts your damage, so that way you use less spells. Yeah, it's why I don't usually play low-level force stuff. That's why I make my force second. Like, I go through the struggles as Romarl. I don't think Red ID gets a lot of wands from what I remember. That's more like purple, yellow, pink, if I remember correctly. And orange. I think those 4 are the ones that get wands. Murder Mech is here. Okay. TTF. Unless HellCleave wants me to play Forest. Then I could still technically do it, but I need somebody to slime dupe. Yeah, it just depends. As I said before, IDs don't super matter in the long run, whether you get the items as you play. It's more about... Swapped already? No worries. It's more about when you bring them to the ultimate gameplay, what kind of quests do you want to play with them? The new players can't answer that question, but it's one of those things where, like, your initial ID does not matter as much, because ultimately you're probably going to make a minimum of, like, 4 character IDs. Even if you're playing one class all the way through, you will probably get coverage. So it's like one of those things. Like, yes, pink ID would have helped, but, like, at the same time, would it have helped you progress with your other class? Probably not. Is pink ID really easy to hunt as Ranger? Absolutely. So it's just kind of like one of those things where you You'll weigh for yourself what makes sense. Like, do you pick an ID where you only do self-bound on that character, or are you willing to go, hey, I recognize a ranger with Hell or like a Ramar could do whatever they want, and I would rather not play episode 2 as a force. You'll kind of make those decisions as you go along. Do you know what I mean? Like, you'll get there. Like, for example, we have a upcoming guide, which I guess maybe next week we'll start doing the guide since challenge mode ended so early. Talking about the pros and cons of like what IDs are good for leveling, like if you're power leveling people, what kind of things can I get in my late game hunts. Can somebody put down a telepipe? I'm just clearing this last room. Wanted to get a red saber here, but alas, no red saber. So sad. Thank you. Rip red saber. I did the greedy clear, did not get rewarded. So sad. Yeah, like orange is okay, but like for a hunter, just be aware that a lot of the end game for hunter is probably fighting falls. It's not that you can't do the orange runs, it's just that like hunter's strength is dealing with mini bosses and bosses, and they do not like big crowds. Anything that requires like a lot of enemy clears, like mines for example, not the best time for a hunter. Not that they are not good in those quests in multiplayer, but if you're trying to do single player, it'd be a little awkward. It's like, would I rather do a lot of mine hunts as a force solo? Absolutely. When I want to be that same force in multiplayer? Absolutely not. Just like, you'll find out, because there's very big differences in difficulty between single player and multiplayer. It's a little more balanced for forces in particular to clear things by themselves without assistance. So you'll find some runs to be very fun, and then you'll go to play multiplayer and go, wow, that really sucks. Why does Darkbringer have 90 ice resist instead of 35? You're like, oh. You're like, PSO game design balance has forsaken me. Woe is me. Sadly, no rare slime was duped there. 1, 2, 3, put a freeze trap. We're gonna switch to Disca. Ooh, that damage is so good. So I would say don't worry about it too much. Eventually, if you play long enough, you'll probably get a section ID update. Since for the most part, if they do any kind of balance changes, they let you change it anyway. So, I'm not gonna promise it'll be like soon, because there was like a year or two where they didn't really touch it. But in the long term, your ID doesn't matter. Also, I should have been slime duping, my bad. One, two, three. Like, I think Force... if you're a red ID Faux Newman, that's actually perfect. So that's an example where, like, that's an ID that is, like, really, 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 really good in solo play for episode 4. But until you get to the point that you're comfortable with Force, you're not going to get much from red ID on the way there, if it makes sense. So just to be clear, you have not messed up by being red ID. It just means that unless you do a lot of trades, early game might be a little rough. But then you'll be playing your new mop-up Operation 4s, you'll be doing your boss rushes, and then you'll be like, I'm living the dream. You'll be hosting games as Red ID TTF. So it'll be, you have like a million ways to level in Ultimate. So it's kind of the pros and the cons. Which I guess we'll cover a little bit in the guide. As I said before, you know, that's why I'm talking about there's some IDs that are really good for leveling, and then there's some that are just overly good. Like, White ID is really stupid while power leveling, for example, and it's still good late game. Wow, with only 3 people, that died so fast. Goodbye is very accurate for Murder Mech. Oh yeah, I love Red ID. Like, right now I'm playing Red ID Thermostat. This is like my favorite TTF ID. I would not play any others at the moment. So it's one of those things where some of them have like an early game advantage, Like Pink ID, really, really easy wands. So if you have to be leveling another character as like your first or second one, you'll end up picking up stuff that you can't get there. But if you're willing to spend like a PD or two, then you're like, oh, okay. I don't have to worry about having a good early game because I have one of the best end games possible. Oh, oops, I should have shot the other one. My bad. Put a freeze trap down. I might be able to disco them. Yeah, like orange is a bit more situational. I would say that one's a little harder to make use of as a hunter. Not that you can. So orange, for example, is really good. I love their episode 4. And they have really good minds. If your character really excels at clearing oodles of things that require, like, see how I'm freezing these repeatedly? I would 100% rather be a caster of force than a hunter here. Unless I have traps, then it doesn't matter. But these enemies don't get knocked down, unlike the lower difficulties. But they're just very, very annoying. You got like a 20% chance it'll happen. Yeah, don't worry about it. You'll accrue like a million PDs. Just one of those things where it'll come over time. They become more common as you go to higher difficulties. So the fact you even have 2 already is a good sign. Like I'll give you an example. If you go back to our guides, we talk about like items that are required to have like a hunter or like a ranger basically be ready for ultimate. All of them, almost everything on that list can be bought for like 6 PDs total, to give you an idea. And you would skip all of the rough, I don't quite have the right weapons, but I also don't have good weapons to get the weapons I need. You totally skip that part of the game if you want. You do whatever you want with PDs. So yeah, that's why we talk about like the quick start guide. Is like the difference of having like a fully leveled mag with something like a 50-hit charge Vulcan is kind of insane. And you could save PDs. Like it'll be very expensive if you try to, for example, buy a mag as well as the equipment. So some of those things you'll kind of decide, oh, I'll do that on my own. Or I'll at least get a starter weapon and I can always get a better one later. Like I could get like an all zeroed weapon and then replace it with something more useful. Speaking of replace it with something more useful, let's use a grinder on this for more damage. It's just all play style. Like when I first played the game, I didn't trade with anybody for probably 2 years. I think honestly the first time I traded was probably with HellCleave. I really don't think that's an exaggeration. I think HellCleave was the first person I traded with. If you look back in the trading forum, I'm pretty sure that does not predate the trade with HellCleave. And since then, I've also traded with Murphy and such as well. So it's just one of those things where I'm not like on the trading board as much because I just don't care. Most of my stuff will be self-found, but I'll also recognize that if I want to play as like 20 different characters, I really don't want to make 20 different mags. I'm like, it's cute. I made like 3 on my own, and I'm like, it's okay. I'm just like, I think I could skip that. PDs are like the time saver. Yeah, like again, you're finding your way. I don't recommend like rushing into things. Just kind of feel around and then realize, you know, potentially in hindsight you'll go, oh, I got to experience the game the way it was kind of meant to be played. And then going forward, if I ever just have a spare mag, I basically just delete the game. Like it might take you like 20 to 30 hours, depending on how you do it, to hit level 80 for the first time. And then if you come back with like super gear, you do it in 3. Do you know what I mean? Like eventually there's just going to be such a disparity in gear, and a lot of that does not have any level requirement. So like as long as you're always like feeding your mags, you're always making progress, is the way I think of it. Your first character does not matter how long you take to get there. It really doesn't. Because if you go to ultimate, let's say you got power level to level 80 in an hour. If you don't have a good mag, you're just not going to do any damage. And that feels really terrible. Because you're going to be like, wow, I finally got to this difficulty. And you just do literally like 5 damage to like 2,000 health. It'd just be a really bad experience overall. So it's like one of those things, like a very first character should probably not be rushed. unless you're like super seasoned and just don't care about that stuff anymore. But definitely for people that have like been there, done that. For me, I'm like, I don't have nostalgia with leveling. Challenge mode was the closest you'll see me to starting over again. I have zero desire to go back to that. People have asked me to like rush normal, and I'm like, why? I don't really like normal PSO. It's okay. I'd rather all my hunts go towards something in the long term rather than just reset them each time. But I guess that's why I'm not a speedrunner. Get rid of these indie Belras real quick. I mean, it was nice to play challenge mode and see all those ludicrously stupid hit drop on basically every weapon type appear. You know, you're like 80 hit shot with 90 dark or whatever that nonsense was. Like, that stuff you'll almost never see in normal play, which I found amusing. Yeah, we're gonna put a happy little freeze trap here. Gonna join its little buddy over here, and that should contain them. Oh, I misplaced the other one. So close. Also, I didn't realize he took my gun. That was also rude. So close. So I needed, oh, I needed to put it here. Oh, I put it like over here. That makes sense. And anytime you make a mistake, you just slowly go through. Oh, episode 4 is fantastic for forces, by the way, thermostat. So if you ever feel like you just wanna double your XP per second.
Is that a monolith?
Fo Newman loves episode 4. I think I joke about it on stream every now and then, where people are asking about enemy weaknesses prior to ultimate. I'm like, their weakness is Fo Newman. If he learns Rafoi, it's over. You learn Gafoi, it's over. Everything dies to you. You're playing on normal mode, it's over. All you need is a really good mind mag, and you can literally just kill everything from normal to very hard, just with the mind mag by itself. It's so good. That was a little risky. I wanted to gear assault, and then I got distracted, so I was like, what if I just get hit by this spinner? Me lowering health on purpose in stupid ways. Classic me moment. I mean, I could just gear assault, but I'm actually more scared of using gear assault. Yeah. And that's the thing. So you're not going to get a lot of armors and such until you go to higher difficulties. But episode 4 just gives you so much money as well, even in compared to the other stuff. Ooh, I'm not that close to the boss. Let me get a gear assault out here. Uh-oh, where's the Zalor? Oh, this is going to be awkward. I got there eventually. Rip no Zalor. But yeah, like, mag feeding just becomes easier over time. You'll also get things like Rappy components from playing episode 4, which we talk about in our, like, upper guide, I believe. So, for example, like, if all you want to do is make a mind mag and you don't care about photon blasts, getting that Rappy component from, I believe it's just hard mode, basically just lets you power level a mind mag. And instead of having, let's say, 8 or 9 items required to level your mag 1 level, it just requires 3, which is like the best growth for endgame mags. So like, everything you probably want is in episode 4, to be honest with you. But will I recommend that for new players that have never tried it before? Maybe. But I'd probably show them on stream before I had them jump into it, just so they understand what they're getting into. Wow, we got short cycled there? Seriously? Sucks. Rude. Yeah, it's even gonna be invincible on the way down. That sucks. Rip Murder Mac. I'm gonna murder Mac. I'll let HellCleave heal. Yeah, episode 4 Massive Attack in particular is disgustingly good. So yeah, it just depends on how, again, it just depends on your techniques and your materials. Like, we have literally power leveled on episode 4 so many times. If you look up any of our videos where we do like power leveling in X, 9 times out of 10 it'll be episode 4 because it's just so much disgusting stats. Vita has found Heaven Striker, nice. Oh, a 35 hit, nice. Sadly, no red ring. It would be funny if HellCleave got yet another red ring. I'm not gonna lie. Just HellCleave just cashing it in.
You're wide open.
I'm assuming that's Ricochet. Thank you for the follow. Sick Heaven Striker, says Lou. Nice. Yeah, I'm not listen, if it says 35 at the top, I'm not doing the oh it's 45 thing. I'm just telling you that's what it said on the ticker. I refuse to do it, because then it's just gonna get confusing if I do it any other way. It'll be like teched or unteched. I'm like, no, I'm just reading what the ticker said. I guess getting a second in that realm are we're lucky. Nope, HellCleave needs more red rings. That's all we learned. Yeah, I might humor Thermostat very briefly with showing how dumb episode 4 is. I'm gonna say HellCleave went into the deep dark depths of the sea, trying to return with the strongest sword in the land, only to be met with disappointment. AKA the classic box runs. Classic box run. Yeah, I'll show Thermostat just like 1 minute of episode 4, maybe 2 minutes. Damn right, we still got that S rank. Listen, that's the plus side of playing Red ID TTF. Always getting these back with new players. Does not matter. New favorite ID. Alright, time for stupidity. I hear next max set red ring will drop next round, says Lou. Sadly, I'm done for the night. I've been playing PSO almost all day, Chad. I've been playing since like what, 11 in the morning? It's now 12 the next day. We had a couple of breaks in between, granted. I guess I'll do it in Blue ID. Might as well show Thermostat, because Thermostat's on hard mode. We'll give context for what we're talking about with stupidity in episode 4. So, like, this character, not even max MST. I have some really good gear with Gafoi merge. Adepts are kind of rich, you're not gonna get there right away. In fact, I could unequip everything just to showcase my point better, but it's fine. Just be aware they don't really do that much of the run. I will say though, oops, I went to ultimate. That's a habit. I will say though that V801 makes it real good. You're like fresh hard mode. There we go, I did it correctly that time. I'm gonna go to a magical little place called Massive Attack. Thank you for playing. I'm gonna show you what the average one looks like. I'm just gonna go through the first couple enemies. I'll go up to the Astarks that Thermostat is talking about. But I'll show what happens when you're power leveling with people. Oh, look at that, chat. I'm whittling an Excalibur for no reason. We don't need to be optimal here. Just don't worry about it. We'll just go into our little technique menu. We'll let them bonk us, I guess. So anyway, as I was saying before, the weakness of everything in hard mode, episode 4, is Foduman. This is what your run will look like at some point, Thermostat. This is all you're going to be doing. Like, what is the enemy weakness? Doesn't really matter. You can even melee them, doesn't matter. And you'll be coming over here and you're like, maybe I'll feel like we're flowing once. Like, maybe. I guess. You know, just throw it out there. Like, I guess I'll do it. Just... This is what it'll look like eventually. This is what Foduman does. We can see the Gafoi stacking there. Where I can leave a Gafoi there, and then a new wave comes in, they instantly take damage. There's like all little things you'll pick up as you play. What? Stupid floor. That always catches me though. Use a little bit of Gazan to clear this up. Why not? Mix it up a little. Look at us go, chat. We zap zap. Oh yeah, so the thing with coming to episode 4 is that because it has because it's a little better than Forest by default, you'll end up with getting really good things here. Like, this is what Astark will look to you at some point. Like, you'll cast, like, Rabarda a couple times and it's over. Phone Newman's so bad, I have 10 of them. It's true. Phone Newman needs the buff, chat. Please buff Phone Newman. Then you're like, oh no, giant birds in the sky. Whatever will I do? Oh no, I have a million Gapoe stacked because they're just all gonna die now. Yeah, I almost have 10 Phone Newmans. I need to make one more. I guess I'll Grants. Fine, I'll change my spell. There's the Gapoe stack we talked about earlier, and dead. Yeah, it'll just be like this over and over again. Guess I'll just one-touch him with Grants. So anyway, that's just an average day in the life of a Phone Newman. Just play through low difficulty. When you get a Mind Mag and Mind Materials, it's over. You don't even need, like, all the nonsense I have here. Like, you could literally unequip Ignition Cloak, Refoe Emerge. Doesn't matter. Look at that, I'm not even at max MST. You could do better. I just happen to be holding something I need to level / unseal. It's just casual stuff. It's like the best to farm anything or something. Yeah, Phone Newman's so nice. But anyway, just wanted to showcase. Just casual nonsense with Phone Newman. Phone Newman does not care about episode 4 once you get the gear, but the thing is getting to the gear. So you'll do like things like maybe you'll do episode 2 box runs, so that way you could get your high level techniques for that difficulty in order to then farm the rest easier. It's all hypothetical how you level the fastest. But whatever makes sense for you, I guess works for you. If I go in there now, it's gonna be a bad time. That really just depends on how good your mag is. Yeah, force setup is easy. I was gonna say, like, once you have a Mind Mag, that's like half the battle, because then every other force you make can just get it. I mean, you're saying that, but like, it's not hard. Like, they're meant to be bulldozed by forces. Just the only thing you probably can't handle are Astarks. You don't really want to do quests that have those. Or I guess maybe Durathon, depending on your health total. But like, that beginning part, that run I did up to the Astarks, people will literally slash lobby out and to just redo it again. Because that will give you more XP than doing anything else as a character with no other items. Because you're not going to be able to do a TTF solo with no powered mags. But you could do that run I just did there and stop before the Astark and get that XP. Your mag is level 12. Wait, you're in hard mode and your mag is only level 12? Are you not feeding your mag? It starts at level... You only got 7 levels and 20 character levels? That's kind of crazy. I would make sure you definitely don't skip feeding the mag. I'm not going to say it's like 1-to-1 as you level, but that it should be way closer than that. I know I neglect my mag all the time, but I'm like... The first 5 levels are very easy to get. It's like, what, 2 items levels? Maybe 3? So in the span of an hour, it should have already basically been around level 8 or so. Yeah. I guess if it's your first character, it is hard to feed it consistently. But again, that's why I don't play Force as my first character. Ranger first, then Force, then Hunter if I'm feeling spicy. All my mags starve for 90% of my playtime, damn right. They're like, come on, give us some synchro. Like, no, you shall go wanting. You're not getting anything from me, nice try. But anyway, chat, I think we'll wrap it up there with our little quick play session. But yeah, as I said before, for new players, Ranger's very easy. Honestly, even HuCast to an extent is good, but his big issue is accuracy, which newer players may or may not be able to overcome depending on their ID. Because having that early like God Arm does make a difference for people doing casual clears. But obviously, if you're playing with like power leveling people, it's like, doesn't matter what your stats are, you're getting carried. If I feed you the Star Atomizer, then I won't be able to use it. You can see my conundrum here. And that's a max is most of your damage. So yeah, it's just kind of one of those things. You'll just build it as you go. Like again, my first character, Took a long time to get there, and then I realized, man, I really don't like Ramar as my first character. Like, it was very easy to climb to ultimate, but actually killing an ultimate without having any charge arms or spread needles felt really terrible. And then I just leveled a Ramarl instead, and I was like, oh, I'm just gonna take the Ranger Mag I already used, and then just actually have debuffs so I can actually level to get out of the ultimate sinkhole, I guess we'll say, at the beginning. But anyway, that's enough for now. So let's go ahead and say goodbye to YouTube. We've been streaming for quite a while in between. It was, as I said before, a total 5 hours of challenge mode, plus like 3 hours of gameplay off stream, plus other things. So we're gonna pause here. So thank you for watching, and I guess we'll figure out what will be the next part. But see you in the next part.